G'day all, welcome back to the channel. So I've had a bit of a break. I've been doing some house renos and moving and that sort of a thing, so I haven't had any videos from the cars. But a good mate of mine, Craig, being the champion that he is, you'd remember his 6-pack CL from the hill climb videos. He come and got the turquoise wagon that come out of Cootamundra and been playing with it ever since, and he's been recording the progress because he's a champion. So this video is Craig, it's not me, I didn't do any of it. He's the man, all I did was edit it together. So thank you very much, mate, you're a champion, I really appreciate it. Let's check out the wagon.
Righto, hey everyone, this is the wagon that Dave Cooper hooked me up with. We'll do a bit of work on it and hopefully we can get the Cooper wow factor out of it. So quick overhaul what it is. Already gutted the interior. Rat's had a bit of fun in there. Already slapped some wheels on it. It's going to be a stout little sleeper. So a quick look inside. Floors need a little bit of work up the front there. We'll sort that out. We'll post some videos of what we do there. Had a fairly decent whack there. Lower control arm is bent. We'll change that out and hopefully she looks a bit more straighter in the front. But this is pretty much it. We're going to replace the 265 with the stout little small block and we'll go from there. Keep your eyes peeled, watch Coop's cars for the build. Okay everyone, welcome back. Getting into the floors on the big Regal that we got from Dave Cooper. Legend, thanks mate. Okay, driver's floors, as to be expected, were pretty shot. That's the drivers. Already started on the passenger side a little bit. Give it a bit of a clean up, just with one of these coral discs. They work a treat. Now I'm probably going to take a bit more out than what I really need to, but I don't particularly like rust. That's why I play with Valiants. You can get, if you don't want to go to this level, I'm going to unpick the spot welds along the side. I'm going to snip a fair bit out. I'm going to replace it out of with another wreck that I have. Look, a lot of this stuff probably treatable. Use some really good rust converters and stuff like that there now. KBS, highly recommend the stuff. Not sponsors, just highly recommend it. We'll snip all this out. As I said, come back here and we'll put it in. We'll keep you posted and then we'll go to the other side. Okay, so we've got the section cut out of the floor and I've got it tech screwed in a couple of spots. In the one that I'm going to replace it with, it isn't perfect either and will need a few little repairs as well, but I think it's a lot better than the one that we took out. Also, I'll get a smaller disc and I'll actually try to remove this piece here in one go. The other one does have a bit of rust behind it, so that's why I cut it like that. Alright, let's hook in and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so we've cut it out and I've drilled the spot welds. There are a few sneaky ones that I couldn't see. Took a bit of finding. The most difficult part was the cut along here. There is a second panel in behind this. I didn't want to cut through it, so just took it easy. A few little cuts. Sometimes you got to go back a couple of times to make sure you got it deep enough, but again I didn't want to go all the way through. If you got a wreck you didn't care about, yeah, slice it right through, but you're still gonna have to tidy it up on the other side. I like to try to work even on parts cars. I still like to try to work pretty tidy, so that way I've got a bit of, you know, any bit of practice you can get on something that doesn't really matter is a bonus for when you're working on the car that you're trying to repair. So you're better off ruining something or learning from something that doesn't matter than trying to learn on something that does and then make mistakes. So I always try to work to the best I can, even on parts cars like this one. So let's pull it out. So you can see we didn't go right through that second panel, which finishes just there. Again, pretty tidy, guys, but you can see the amount of rubbish and stuff that sort of does get in these. Is any wonder why they rust out? I think if this was a coastal car, it probably would have been long gone. Now, I actually meant to show you this earlier on in the piece. Is it any wonder why these dog bells rusted out so bad? Look at that. Chockers. So this is what I'm going to get into. We'll fix these little spots in here. Not quite sure I'm going to do it yet, but we'll keep it updated as we go. So back at the Coops Goon, been a few days off, but having a bit of a look. I decided it was easier to come around and actually cut the lower section of the hinge off. Hopefully you can see that. It's a bit bright outside. You can see the bit of rust that was in here, but it's to be expected. A few holes. I got this off Dave for a pie with sauce, so it's worth the effort of repairing it. Never know, might have traded up for a Lamington. Plenty of rust and dirt in there, as you can see, but we'll keep plugging away, take care of it. Here's the section that we took off. Dirty in here, but again, we'll clean it up, treat it, and we'll show you the end result before we put it all back on. So back on the Coops Goon. More progress. Pulled the dash out since last video just to see what's going on in behind here, make sure there wasn't even rust, and it's actually pretty good. Spot there, we'll get that. Clean the sealing off. Still pretty clean behind it, a little bit to go. This is the main part, a little bit worse than what I was hoping, but as you uncover things, you always find something you probably didn't want to know was there. So, taking this off, wasn't much point of unpicking the welds and that, it was pretty rusty. We'll get under here and unpick these in a minute. Snip that section off, put a new one on. I've already picked another one off. I've actually taken that whole piece out on another car, and we'll just use parts of it to repair this, and we'll keep you updated as we go. Okay, so we've removed the outer sill and inner sill section. Pretty rusty. That's your front inner. Your bottom of the front guard bolts on is here. Pretty rusty along here, so I thought I might as well snip that off and replace that while I'm going. We'll section this and repair that. And coming around in here, a little spot there, we'll just put a plate in that. A little hole up there. Not too sure what I'll do with that yet, whether I'll leave it and do a bit of work in the front and get at it then, or whether I just plate it up now. But amazingly, once we got all the dash out, and the windscreen. Kind of surprising that it's all in good nick, considering the amount of rust that's in the bottom of it. But that is good.
Alright, so that was an update on the old wagon. Thanks, Craig. Really appreciate the time you put in to do that for us, mate. That's awesome. So, and we'll keep you updated as we go through. It's good to see the old girl getting some love. I'm sure she's going to be a stout little thing on the road. So I can't wait to see it. Hopefully it'll be around for Albury. So, anyway, once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share it around, and have a good one. Cheers.